Yeah, look, I think it was a really disappointing loss. I think offensively, I think we've got some very talented players, and I think guys like BC and Corey, I think we'll be fine offensively. I think it's defensively, again, like when we're going through that little streak, it's kind of consistency and not consistency, and not necessarily in terms of them scoring, but the way we play and the sorts of shots we're living with them taking.
So in the paint a lot. John said after the game you need to review it to see whether it was good play by them or bad play by you guys. What has the review come up with an answer there about how you avoid that many opportunities they're getting in the paint?
Well, I think it's a little column A, little column B. They're a good side and they're talented, they're athletic, they're deep, but at the same time, and take away too much from Adelaide, but at the same time, I don't think we did a good job of defending that. They shot a very high clip from the paint. They shot a lot in the paint. Transition baskets, and a lot of it was from us not doing our job.
So you've been around forever and always been a good defender. Mitch has always been a good defender. Bryce defended well. Luke Travis defended really well. Tayshaun Thomas has been defending overseas really well for a long time. Individually, this team has a lot of really good defensive play. Why isn't that correlating into a good defensive team?
Look, I think one's consistency, and I think two, I said it again once we're going through our little streak there. It'll always be something different. One possession it might be a breakdown of scout. Another one it might be an O-board. Another one might be a transition basket. So it's tough when it's something different each time. And basketball's a team game, so you can have all the great individual defenders you want, but at the end of the day, it's a team game. So team defense is a lot different from individual.
Are you starting to be a bit concerned about that year? It's at the point of season now with a good sample size, and it's the sample size that's saying it's a problem.
It is, but I think we've shown we can do it, and that's, I guess, a little bit frustrating. But when we make a really good effort and mentally lock in, I think we've shown we can be a really, really good defensive side. But again, it's that consistency, whether we're willing to do it possession after possession. Teams are going to score. We've got some phenomenally talented players in this league. So teams are going to score. They're going to score in a multitude of ways, but it's that consistency, and I think we have shown that when we want to do it, we can do it.
How's your body at the moment? You didn't play for the last 15 minutes or so of the game. Johnson is looking after as much as he can because you've had a big workload so far. How are you?
I feel good. Yeah. All good. Yeah. I'm never going to be the guy that's playing 35 minutes. For me, games are easier than practice. They're shorter, and if I only play 15, 20, it's cool. Practices go for 2 hours, so it's shorter than practices.
Have you had more responsibility and minutes than you expected you would have, going back into the starting position as well? Like, when you came into the season, were you expecting this much time?
To be honest, I don't really have an expectation of minutes. I think that's a dangerous position to be in. Again, my career, my role hasn't really changed too much. I don't expect it to change too much now when I'm 36. It's kind of do what's required. If JR needs me to start, then I'll start. If he needs me to come off the bench, I'll come off the bench. It kind of matters very little. In terms of minutes, again, matters very little.
Is it hard to believe in the situation where you're not playing the last 15 minutes of the game? This is looking after you, but on court you can't be that vocal voice or lead by example that you might have wanted to be in that situation with someone?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're not on the court, but I think you can still do a lot of stuff on the bench. Our bench behaviour and activity and just general demeanour is very important on the bench. So, you may not be on the court, but you're certainly contributing.
You're coming up to one of the tough parts of the season, Brisbane, UCL and Adelaide, and you came back here along the way. So it's not an easy road trip. How do you handle this one based on previous experiences doing these sorts of things? Hopping Cup here and RSC Arena was both the Allies.
Same as before. I mean, it all evens out. I mean, everyone plays 14 home, 14 away. So just depends when, I guess. It'll all even out, and we won't concentrate on New Zealand until after Brisbane's done. So we'll concentrate on Brisbane and then move on to the next game.
Is there anything you can do when you're away for an extended period that can help to keep everyone up and about and ready and as opposed to when you can go home and see your family and break it down?
Look, it's a fairly tight road trip. I think we get back Sunday, but it's fly Wednesday, play, fly, play, fly. So it's not as if there's massive amounts of downtime. So it's kind of business, especially with the longish flights to Brisbane and New Zealand, and then the long flight back from Auckland. So I don't think there'll be too much downtime.
Obviously, Brisbane had the coaching change as well recently. Like, what do you expect from them when you have a coaching change in season stuff?
Yeah, most teams respond really well to that. Obviously they've played a game, so it's not old news by the time we've got them. But it's a new system. But they've, again, as I said before, it's a talented league, and they've got some talented players. Bainesy's, however many NBA games he's played, they're a very talented team. So yeah, as I said, we'll prepare for them and then move on to New Zealand after that.